Hi everyone, my name is Sean Walker. I'm a Principal Product Success Architect here at ServiceNow. Today I'm going to be talking to you about receiving assets that were ordered from a purchase order in ServiceNow. Assets can be received and added to the system when they are delivered to a stockroom. Users with an appropriate procurement role can receive assets. If a purchase order contains multiple purchase orders lines can be received at different times. The purchase order status does not update to received until all the lines have been received. The receive asset process addresses both HAM 3.5, the create asset records, and HAM 4.2, receive hardware consumable assets processes from the hardware asset management process guide. If the assets have not been created prior to the receiving process, they can be created at this time. It also addresses HAM 4.0 process, which is receive assets. Assets can be received for a purchase order in the platform UI or on the agent mobile app when the receiving user has the correct procurement role. I'm going to now jump into an instance and take you through the receiving of asset process. I'm now logged into a Vancouver instance of ServiceNow with hardware asset management installed, and I'm going to log in as the asset manager, and I'm going to take you through the receiving of assets through the UI and also one through the mobile app. So I'm going to navigate to procurement, and I'm going to find the purchase order that I want to receive. So I've got purchase order number 11, which is from the vendor CDW, and we can see there's two different purchase order lines, one for Latitude and one for a ThinkPad. This order's already been ordered and the items have arrived at our loading dock, so we are going to go ahead and receive these assets into the system. So I'm going to click on the Receive button, and here's where I have the option to receive the two different assets. I'm not going to receive the ThinkPad for now. I'm going to save that and receive that on the mobile app for you. But for now, I'm going to show you how to receive the Dell Latitude 5000 using the UI. So as the asset manager, I'm going to take a look at the asset that's been received, and I'm going to capture really important information about what's being received. So I'm going to capture the asset tag and the serial number. So to do this, I'm going to click on Receive, and I'm going to click on the Insert New Rows. And we're going to take a look at the asset tag that's applied to this machine, and we're going to make sure we get that right. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to type in the serial number that's on this particular asset. And what this is going to do when I go through the receiving process is this is going to create an asset in the system based off the model that was ordered, with the asset tag that we just we saw from the laptop and the serial number associated with that laptop. So when we go ahead and hit the submit process, that's going to now go ahead and create that asset for us. So we can see that asset tag, whatever I typed in there for a Dell Latitude, was created. The cost came over from the purchase order, and we can see that it's in stock and reserved, and it would be reserved for the requesting user. So this asset has been created in our system as part of the receiving process. I'm just going to pause the video while I get set up on the mobile, and then I'm going to show you how to receive the other asset on the mobile app. Okay, so now I'm logged into the mobile application as the hardware asset manager, and I can see from the procurement tab that I have the POs in the next 30 days. So I can go ahead and I can try and receive this PO and the second line item. So what I'm going to do is navigate down to the PO that I want to receive, which is PO number 11. I'm going to take a look at the related lists and take a look at the PO line items. So it's only showing me one order line item now because the other one has already been received. So we're going to go ahead and receive this Lenovo ThinkPad via this mobile. So what it's going to do is it's going to allow me to scan in the barcodes for the asset tag and for the serial number. So this is probably a better way of receiving your assets and creating your assets because it's not going to be prone to typos. If you remember when I was doing the UI, I was manually typing in the asset tag and the serial number. So when you receive on the mobile, it really does help eliminate any issues with incorrectly typed serial numbers or asset tags. So now that I'm on the PO line item, I'm going to hit the three little dots up in the corner, and it's going to give me the option to click on receive. And when it does that, it's going to turn my camera on, and it's going to allow me to scan the asset tag and then the serial number. And so once that's done, I can go ahead and if there was more line items to receive, I could do that. Or in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and hit submit. I can review and submit. And now you can see on the screen here that I have order quantity 1, received quantity 1. So we've gone ahead and received our second item. So I'm just going to pause the video, jump back in the instance, and show that the second one has been received, and we can take a look at what happened. Okay, so I'm now back in the UI, and I see I'm still on purchase order 11. We can see that the status automatically updated here to receive, but I'm just going to refresh this, reload this form, and you see down here it goes from ordered. This is the one we received on the mobile. We're just going to reload this form, and now we can show it as received. So we can also see that 2 assets have been created. There's the one I just scanned on the mobile. It automatically created with the Lenovo model, and it's in stock, available, ready to go. All right, so that concludes receiving of the purchase order via the UI and via the mobile app. Stay tuned for another video where I'm going to show you an advanced shipment notification when you are receiving larger quantities of assets, and how you can take the advanced shipment notification from the vendor, preload that to pre-create your assets, and help you in the receiving process. Thanks for your time.